8:57 a.m., 23rd of July. I'm standing by the side of a road, shouting to talk. Okay, so that's the way it is right now. 23rd of July, 2026. So I just spoke, finally, with a male from Legion, okay? He has a brain injury. I didn't know. How am I going to know when I don't talk to nobody there, okay? Oh, God, no. And I can't say where I am or where I spoke to him, which is good. It's good that I do not do that. But I've got some more information. Okay, so he has a brain, like, really, really serious, life-threatening brain injury that he's recovering from. He could have died sort of near fatality, and he lived through it, but he's really, really brain damaged, and it's not even been a year. So this is what they did at this joint, this homeless shelter. They had everybody doing it. I don't know if I could get him to tell me. Right now, it's a no. Don't ask him that shit. Let professionals, experts with actual badges and titles ask him that, because I know what I witnessed, and so do other people who are officials. They know that he was doing it. They had the whole fucking goddamn place doing it. You don't even know. I can't really get into it today. I have to, focus on what I put in writing, focus on your Arabic, which is really good to do that, to take your mind off it, do something productive. And it's also tactically really good that I don't go on and on and on and on about what's been happening from my relatives to the Capitol to this fucking homeless shelter. It's for the better, okay? Some of this is out of my league. A lot of it's out of my capacity. I just don't have a law degree. I just don't have a badge. I just don't have these things. These are facts on paper. So there's a point where someone like me, if advised, would just drop it and shut it down. And that's what I'm doing. Now, this oppression is nothing but oppression of saying, don't talk, is completely wacky town. And that is not okay. But there is a point with common sense. If you're someone like me, you might want to shut it down. You are typing everything and putting it on the internet. It's just the extent of my abilities here. When it comes to the stuff I'm talking about, when it comes to logistics and taking pretty pictures on the map, no, I have an expertise in that, we know. But beyond that, no, I don't, okay? I'm powerless with the individuals at Legion. I am powerless with my relatives. I am powerless with what happened in Washington, D.C. I know I was powerless there, okay? Yes, and the best that I can do is discuss it, report it, when advised. All right, so now at the present day here, which is the date and time that I said in the intro, he has a brain injury. They had everybody doing it. So somebody or a group of individuals went up to guys like him with brain injuries and told him, do this, do that. Oh, I'm figuring this. You'd only figure this. Just assume it. Here's some money. Here's some drugs. Do this, do that. Give him some sort of incentive. And he was doing it, but he has a brain injury, so he's kind of weird. And I see him smoking pot, and I see him drinking, right? And I never spoke not anything until today to him, so I don't know his history. I don't know anything about him. And I think he's this weirdo guy, meth addict. I drew my own conclusions. And, when you see someone with your eyes doing drugs and drinking, and they're just, okay, moving on. So I drew my own conclusions, but he was doing it too. The sitting, the paper cups, the paper plates, all that shit. And there's so much detail to it. So I've listed the objects in writing, but I haven't, elaborated in detail of what this consists of, the context of it. It's berserk that they had these fucking trash bags doing that in there. Okay, and it was obvious when you've got guys with brain injuries doing it too. Okay, but that was short-lived. So I'm glad with the foresight that wasn't going to go on and on and on for months and months. Because at the time it was happening, I was like, am I literally going to have to live like this here? And I don't have plans of staying at the Legion very long, but I'm not allowed to talk about my plans, which is sometimes frustrating for my pride and for my self-confidence, just to say I'm a functioning person, but I'm not allowed to talk about my plans. All right, but so we're going to stick to the moment here. He's not mean. He's an okay guy, but he runs around with this crowd. But it doesn't seem to be a long time that he's run around with that crowd in there. It seems to be a relatively recently, in the past time. The guy just got a major brain injury in the last year, so he hasn't been running with that crowd, this meth den crowd, for too long. But they're bringing them in, and they're having them do obvious by definition shit. And so I told him, I said, you need to watch that crowd you're drinking with. They're going to get you into trouble. He's kind of handicapped with his brain injury. So he's all, yeah, I think so. He doesn't really know what he's doing. So, but now me with my life history, people can say that. They can say, oh, I don't really know what I'm doing. And they go and they do something really, really bad. But it's nothing like S Street in Washington, D.C. That was just out of this world horror nightmare. Jacob's Ladder, the movie Jacob's Ladder, that takes depraved heart, mens rea, 100%. You know what you're doing in a place like that. But with an individual like this guy, he could, get in trouble and say, I didn't know what I was doing, but he did know what he was doing. Okay, so, but there's different degrees to this. Okay, and I'm able to say it. I'm able to put it on the internet, although it wasn't in a lot of detail. At least I have the freedom to speak anything at all. So there's two. I'm going to end it now. There's two guys in there that I don't have to have my guard up with. Obviously, these fucking dudes in there, these men in there, treat me like I have leprosy. Like I have fucking leprosy. Like, no. Do I need to repeat it 3 and 5 times? I leave there with such fucking low self-esteem. And I know that it's not that I need approval from men, but the women there, they all do hand jobs and prostitute themselves. So I'm not even caring about the women there. Have mental health issues going out their ears. But when you've got a group of men that are the dominant race here, they're the dominant sex, the dominant, and they're dominant in this social dynamic. They're dominant in this group that I'm at. And every one of these dominant individuals, just human species wise, they're dominant, are treating me like I'm some sort of fucking human reject. Like I have leprosy and I'm going to disease the whole little group there, I don't need it every fucking day and night being treated like this. And then they're coming in off the street, like that guy last night treated me like that too, and I flipped out, but I wasn't able to say anything. But it's taken a toll on me, man. Going from the Capitol to this and being told I'm just a leopard. I'm just this utter and complete reject. Okay, goodbye.